And we're now joined here by third place finisher in the General Tire hashtag anywhere as possible 200 from Pocono, Christian Eckes. Christian, how are you doing today?
Not too bad, man. Just trying to get Pocono in the rear view almost. We kind of just didn't do our job, and I felt like we had a really, really solid car on Wednesday during the test. We led the entire session, and we kind of, I don't know if the track took a swing or we just didn't tune good enough to new tires, and just kind of were off the whole day and lost brakes, and it was a long day. Very long day.
Well, you mentioned before we started here that you thought you kind of threw that one away, but I would argue that third is probably a better day with everything that you went through throughout the day with breaking that axle in practice and losing brakes with 25 to go there. I would argue third is possibly better than most people would have finished with that day. So I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I was definitely proud of my team for sticking with it during the day, but obviously all of us wanted to be at about two positions further up. At the end of the day, like I said, we had such a good test. We learned a lot as far as us tuning on the car. I think honestly we did a little bit too far on the adjustments on old tires while we were at the test, and kind of tricked ourselves. And as soon as we unloaded on Friday, I felt something was wrong, in the practice, but obviously I think the axle had something to do with that. So, it's hard to tell. We're ready to move on to Michigan.
So you mentioned being a little bit off there. I don't think really anybody, or I didn't think anybody till the very end had anything for Herbst in the 18 there, and then Majeski proved me wrong there. What did you need to get up to those two there at the end of the race? What were you lacking compared to them?
We just lacked overall grip, to be honest. It's really all over the place. That's the problem with the old tires. You get so much gas into the tank. It's got a bunch of nose weight, so it turns a good entry center, and it's going to be tight off from there. So, of course, we started practice. We were way too tight, or started the race, and we were way too tight. Entry center, and the back was starting to swing around with it as well. So, it was just kind of a handful to hang on to. We made it better throughout the day. We kind of went, I don't know how far back we were the first, before we pitted, I want to say like 18 seconds, and we kind of stayed about 3.5. We kind of lost the ground and kind of just stayed even there for about 30 laps, and we lost our brakes, and we just kind of was over for there. Missed my pit stall and had to be really slow entering the pit. So, it was a little sketchy doing that. I was kind of concerned for all my pit guys coming in there, but it still was an okay day, and we bounced back and still made it not too bad.
So let's move on to Michigan now. I know you said you were starting to focus on that now. First time you will have been to Michigan, so what are you expecting out of that?
It seems like it's a pretty fun racetrack. I was talking to Michael, honestly, before I did this call, and just kind of trying to learn everything and see where we're at as far as that. Everybody at Adventure Motorsports is working really hard on this race, and they worked hard at Pocono, and we showed that with how much speed we had at the test. And like I can't stress enough how we threw that one away, but everybody's working hard, and I honestly think we'll have a pretty good shot when we go to Michigan.
All right. Well, Christian Eckes, your third place finisher in Friday's General Tire hashtag anywhere as possible 200 from Pocono. Christian, thanks for joining us. Good run on Friday, man.
Appreciate it.